All right, great. I'm still alive. Well, hey, parents, as you know, my name's Graham Matthews, and I run Empowered STEM. And Empowered STEM is an online tuition company that provides A-level chemistry, A-level biology, and A-level maths tuition revision courses for those students that want to earn an A star in these subjects and go to the medical, dental, and veterinary program at the chosen university in the UK. So, thought I'd pop into the live stream today and answer the question. All right. And so the question I've been asked by parents this week is we're always fielding questions from parents, because I was talking to parents about our courses. And the question is, it was, Graham, my teen, my son, my daughter has an A in year 12. They've been predicted an A star in year 13. And well, they just seem to have reached a point of complacency. Like they don't want to study anymore. They don't want to revise. They're saying, yeah, I got it. All right, I got mom, dad, I got this one locked in the bag. Don't worry about it. And I'm just a little bit concerned, to be honest, a little bit concerned that they're not studying, they're not revising as much as they should be. So what do you recommend? Well, this is the dead opposite to the previous live stream that I did, right? Which is when they weren't motivated to study because, they couldn't see the goal at the end of the tunnel, like the light at the end of the tunnel. This is the version of they see the goal and they think, yeah, they've got it. And so what's the point of studying? Well, this is when I talk about the tale of the two runners. And so, look, you can pop out onto YouTube, you can type this in, all right, and you can see the video footage. I mean, there's more than one. But what it is, it's a race. I think it's a 400-meter race. And, the runners, the professional athletes, they're at the start line and the starting gun goes off and the race begins. And you can see the runners, they start to separate out. And all of a sudden, there's somebody who's leading the pack. And he's just like, he's just outpacing the guy who's in second place and he's running around the track. And then, he can see the finish line. He can see the tape. And, he's just running flat out. I mean, he can see it. And then he looks up into the crowd, and the crowd is going wild, is going crazy, is just like cheering him on. And he's there and he's waving like this. And, he just sees it. And then he like looks around and then he sees the person in second place, goes, oh, I got this and I got this race, I won it. And so then he's waving back at the crowd and everything else, and you can see the finish line coming up to him, right? And then all of a sudden, the crowd is no longer cheering him on. It's like, behind you, take a look. And the guy's, what? And then, and the crowd is like going wild. It's like, behind you. And he looks behind him, and what he sees is the guy in second place. He's still running flat out. And he's running towards that finish line. And then you can see the look on the first runner on his face. He goes, oh. And then he tries to accelerate back up to his optimal running speed. And what happens is that the runner in second place, or what's going to be in second place, runs right by him and crosses the finish line first. And then they pan to the guy who thought that he was in first place. He was going to win the race. And the look of complete devastation on his face when he realized he came in second. And both runners collapse on the floor. And of course, the professional athletes, the true sportsmen, they get up and they shake hands with each other. But the runner that thought he was coming in first, who ended up coming in second, he wasn't in a good place. Mentally, he wasn't in a good place. And the runner who came in first, who was predicted to come in second, well, he's in a really good place, right? And so When I'm talking to parents or when I'm talking to the students, all right, I normally tell this story. All right. I told this story. And, the reason why I tell it is because it's linked directly to how your teen can do well in A-level chemistry, either in year 12 or year 13. All right. Because what happened is this, if you think about it, what happened is this, is that the runner who was in first place, who was going to be first. He turned around and the guy in second place was a long distance behind him, right? What he did is that he lost focus. Yes, he had the goal in mind, give him that, but he thought, yeah, I've got it. I can relax a little bit. I don't need to work so hard. I'm going to win the race. All right. And he peaked too early. All right. Whereas the runner in second place, what he did is that he just kept on going. He's like, it's not over until it's over. I'm going to give my best. And he peaked right after the finish line. He collapsed on the floor. So, what does that have to do with A-level chemistry? This, right? If you're a teen, a lot of the teens in our courses, yeah, they've got the A. They've been predicted an A. It's fantastic. They've been predicted the A, right? But we always tell them, keep going. All right. Do not become complacent. Do not think, oh, I've got A-level chemistry, because coming up in year 12 as well as year 13 is always the same two things. It's always the same two topics. It's always organic synthesis and spectroscopy, which are two hard topics to begin with. They say them until the end. All right. So number one, don't peak too early and keep your eyes focused on the prize and understand that you've got to get through the last couple of topics, and then you've got to keep providing, you've got to keep the momentum going, you've got to keep doing the exam questions, you've got to keep turning up to all of the sessions, the help sessions that we put on in our courses, okay? So that the only day that you can relax, and this is what I tell the students, the only day that you can relax is the day after your last exam. And so if it's A-level chemistry, A-level biology, A-level maths, it doesn't matter. What you got to do is you got to keep going. All right. Your eyes are focused on the prize. Yes, you see the A. You see the A star in year 13, the A in year 12. That's fantastic. You've got to keep the momentum going. You got to keep studying. You got to keep revising. You got to keep working on your exam technique. You've got to do whatever it takes in order to keep going, keep yourself motivated. All right. Because you can only relax the day after your last exam. Why? Because this is what I tell the students, you were all ranked. Like, what? Well, I said, it's grade boundaries, right? And so what it is that what they do in year 12, for example, is this, is that they rank all the students percentage-wise from the highest percentage down to the lowest percentage. Okay. And then they start making these arbitrary cuts. Like this group, this percentage of students is going to get the A star. This percentage of students are going to get the A and the B and the C, right? In year 12, it's what your sixth form college does. And it's the same thing when you take your final exams in A-level chemistry, right? It's the same thing. What they do is this, is that they rank everybody nationally, and then they put you into this Gaussian curve calculation, all right, so that the exam is the difficulty of the exam reflects the knowledge of the students in the country, all right? So what this means then is that if you relax, if you think, yeah, I've got the A star, I've got the A locked in the bag, Graham, I don't need to worry about it. And maybe you don't study, you don't revise as much as you should. Then what happens is that a person who's got the B, like the person behind you who's got the B, all right, he's in second place, you're in first place with the A. The person who's got the B, they all of a sudden just get a few extra points on the test, a few extra points on that exam. And all of a sudden, when your teacher or when the examiners they draw that dividing line, between the A's and the A star, the A star and the A's and the B's, all of a sudden you find that you've been predicted a B. You've earned a B on the test. All of a sudden you found out that you've earned a B in A-level chemistry. You missed the A by honestly a point. All right. And the problem is this, is that there's nothing you can do because you missed it. And so what I say to my students is this, is that don't be like the runner who thought that he was in first place, that he had the run locked, he was going to win it. Don't be that type of student who thinks that they're going to get the A star or the A. Yeah, it's great to have certainty about what you can do, but you think, don't be that type of student who thinks you're going to have the A star or the A, and then become complacent, relax, take your eyes off the prize, maybe not study, maybe not revise as much as you should do. And then what happens is that you miss the cutoff point for the A and the B. And all of a sudden you got a B. All right. So anyway, parents, look, this is what I've been talking to parents about this week. Okay. And in all the sessions that we offer our students in our courses, like the motivational session, all right, is this bit. All right. So look, as I always say, if you're watching this live stream, I don't know where it's being restreamed. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, whatever it's being restreamed, Instagram, whatever, right? It's this one. It's real simple. If what I'm talking to you about resonates with you, you can say, yeah, there's a more holistic approach to what Graham's talking about. But what I need you to do is this, is that I need you to hop over to Facebook, no matter where you are, come back to Facebook, all right? If you're on Facebook, brilliant. Send us a message. And what I'll do is this, is send us a message. A member of my team will reach out to you today, and they'll talk to you about how we can help your child avoid coming in second place in A-level chemistry, all right? And how we can put a blueprint, a game plan together. And so what they can do is this, that they can easily move from where they are in the markbook grade up to their predicted grade, up to their aspirational grade, up to an A in year 12, an A star in year 13 in A-level chemistry, all right? And secure the grades they need so that they can go to the medical, dental, and veterinary programs of the choice at the chosen university in the UK. And more importantly, come in first. Earn that A star. All right? Anyway, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.